it's a absolute bag of shite. It's terrible.
Hey folks, Darren here, Mr. Sandsman. Another guest on today, a guest that you've all seen before. Nigel from Rock God 2004 is going to join me, and we're going to talk about all those really cool box sets that Second Sight have done over the last, 8-9 years, something like that. They really are the Rolls Royce of physical media, and so I've mounted quite a few of them over the years. And I said to Nigel, why don't we get on? We did, what did we do? We did Shout Factory Blu-rays and DVDs and 4Ks a couple of months ago, and I thought it'd be great to invite him back and talk about Second Sight's haul of goodies. So welcome to the stream, Nigel.
Good evening, sir. How are you diddling? Afternoon, morning, whatever it is.
It's actually Saturday morning. We've been chatting for an hour and a quarter nearly now,
yeah.
and we've only just pressed record on this.
I think I said evening there because that's what I'm used to doing. So I'm like, evening, it's only morning.
Well, it probably will go out in the evening, so you're all right. We're all good. It's hot in this room. It's about 25 degrees outside. The aircon I can't put on because of the microphone. So if you see me start to bead up and melt into my chair in the next hour or so, then maybe call my wife, because it is getting really hot in here. Hey, he's come prepared.
Got a brand new fan, Laura. Got them yesterday. We've got one each, and it's a USB thingy.
Oh, that's handy.
I've got it down here. It's blowing right up me kilt.
I was going to say, blowing right up your undercarriage. Fantastic. So when did you first start becoming aware of Second Sight, and what would your first purchases have been of theirs?
I thought, to be honest, when I saw the name Second Sight, because I'd never heard of them, I thought, oh, these would just be some little 2-bit company. You're going to do a couple and go bust.
Yeah.
And the earliest ones that I can remember are When a Stranger Calls, and they did a 3-disc set, no slip, nothing fancy, of the Basket Case trilogy. So I got that as well. That'll have been my first sort of introduction to them, and then took a while for me to think, like, oh, that's them who did When a Stranger Calls. Like, oh, and they just got bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now they're probably either the best, or if not definitely one of the best ones that we've got in this country.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they've brought a few releases out that I never expected them to do. Quite recently, actually, one with the Coffee Table, which I'm a massive fan of, and also they just announced yesterday When Evil Lurks, which is an Argentinian film that came out a couple of years ago, which is a fantastic. Have you seen When Evil Lurks?
No.
It's pretty messy. It's pretty messy, and they've just announced it yesterday as a 4K, which is exciting because I didn't think they'd do a 4K. Because some of them that they do, like they did High Tension, they did Frontiers, they did Inside, and a lot of these sometimes are just Blu-rays. And you think, why did you not push the boat out a little bit more? And House of the Devil last month as well, which was Blu-ray, and just give us the 4Ks. Just give us the 4Ks.
I know.
But I think for me, Assault on Precinct 13, which I'll start with. If you don't mind me starting, I'll
no, not at all.
I'll seeing as I'm mentioning it now. Assault on Precinct 13 was, I think, my first experience with Second Sight, which was way back in, I want to say something like 2016, 2017. A huge fan of this film. I don't know whether you've seen it, whether you're a fan of it as well.
Yeah, I love it.
It's absolutely brilliant. And you know, talking about Dirty Harry the other day on this channel, it's a movie that kind of reminds me, it's got a similar kind of tone and level of violence and atmosphere that Dirty Harry has throughout this film. Even though they're totally different movies, it's just that 70s grittiness.
And gritty, grimy feel it's got to it, yeah.
And the colour of blood that they used around that time as well. So I think one's the DVD. I think one might be, is it the soundtrack? Yeah, you get the original soundtrack with it as well.
Oh, that's excellent. I didn't know about that. I've not got that.
Yeah, yeah. And there was, bless him, Austin Stoker, who passed away, I think about 2 years ago now. They managed to get him to do a bunch of interviews on this. And I think, is he on the commentary? Yeah, he's on the commentary as well. So
Is that the main copper who's getting like sort of transferred over?
that's right. Yeah, yeah. The lead guy.
Oh, I didn't know he passed away.
Yeah, he did I think it was about 2 years ago. But yeah, you get this with a DTS HD Master Audio track and also mono as well, the original mono track. But I'd love to see this done in 4K.
Oh, it's got to happen.
Hopefully at some point.
And I hope it's them who do it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few Carpenter movies that I want to. Big Trouble in Little China, I don't think they've ever done in 4K, have they? That I remember. You might be able to tell me different on that one. I can't find it anywhere.
Really do not like that film.
Oh, really?
It's one of the worst Carpenter ones I've personally seen.
Really? Oh my
man.
God.
I only saw it last year for the first time.
Really?
Never ever said. I was like, I don't ever want to see that again.
I'm surprised.
How overrated it is. And like, I'm not a martial arts fan.
Hold on a minute. I've seen you've been reviewing China O'Brien films. Cynthia Rothrock or whatever her name is.
One. And that was because it was forced upon me. And you know what? That was like a violent thriller. And I was like, this is pretty fucking good, this, like, and
what was it called?
Quite ashamed. I'm quite ashamed that I liked it. Oh, what's it called now? Is it still up there?
Above the Law. Above the Law, was it?
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the cut I watched. It's got 3 cuts of the film on, I think. And Above the Law is like just the American regular cut of it. And that's the one I watched. It's like, what blew me away. Loved it.
Excellent. I don't think I've ever seen it. I've seen her China O'Brien nonsense, but yeah, she was a regular on the video shelf in the 80s, wasn't she?
She can't act for shit. I was watching it and I was laughing at it because, like, you know, when somebody says something until she gets annoyed, she does it more than once. If you get to watch this film, she goes, "Hey, now hold on a minute." She does this like she's talking to a naughty school kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, gee, that's bad.
Yeah.
But she can't have shift like when she starts.
Oh, yeah. How old would she be now?
Oh, God.
She's got to be in her
now, like,
60s or something, isn't she?
I think she's about 422, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So
she does conventions and stuff, doesn't she?
Yeah. A lot of these guys do now, don't they? So mine aren't particularly in any sort of order of preference because I mean they've got to the stage where they've a standard of box set now, which is pretty the same format across all their releases. Yeah. So I've just done 10 of my favorites, but I think you've ranked yours, haven't you?
I have, and I've also realised I've just dropped a bollock because you've just mentioned one there, and I was like, shit, I forgot I had that, and it was inside.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't included that. I've got the standard release of Frontier. I love that film, but I will be getting that one. And there's another one, isn't there? High
Tension.
I've got a US Blu-ray of that, but I want the 3 box sets.
Yeah.
But I do have Inside. Somebody very kindly bought me that and sent me a question.
Fantastic film.
It was lovely, genuine, like, you know, really generous people out there. And I was like, it blew me away.
Yeah.
What a film it is. So I haven't included that because I totally forgot about it. But I'll stick with the original ones I've got. So the first one I've got, I haven't watched the film yet, but it is actually a Video Nasty Section 3.
Okay.
So I've put this in mainly because of the edition. This is Xtro.
Oh, I saw it when it came out in the 80s on VHS.
And I'm sure I wasn't a fan.
And yeah, it doesn't hold up that well. I watched it recently, I think, when I did one of the Video Nasties episodes. I actually got the second sight regular Blu-ray or 4K. I can't remember which one, but it's down there. And it's just kind of dated.
I can imagine that.
Yeah. It's fine.
So this is really the edition because I think when this came out, which was 2018, I think even to that point, I think this stuff for over here was in its infancy there.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't like a slip case. It's one of the really tough boxes.
Yeah.
And I don't think we'd seen it like this at the time, but then you get the nice booklet with this.
Oh, okay.
And like yours there, your Assault on Precinct 13, it's got this nice digipack.
Yeah.
And you do get the soundtrack.
Yeah. I love it when they put the soundtracks in.
And this always reminds me there of the old grey whistle test.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
So yeah, I can't judge the film yet because like I said, I've only seen it once. I don't remember a single thing about it. But that's my number 10 for the edition itself.
Yeah. I did try and find that one when I bought it recently, but I ended up going with the regular one because the limited edition one like that was so expensive at the moment. Which
it's like 50, 60 pound minimum, isn't it?
Yeah. I think a lot of these ones here that we're going to mention are worth quite a bit now.
I got that for, I think I paid 30.
That's not bad.
And it was by sheer chance I seen it. I was there at the right time on eBay, and whoever it was, he's clearly the same as me because the cellophane's on, and he's just opened it there like I do. That was done like that. Yeah, and I've got a mark on it. I was like, wow, 30 quid.
That's not bad at all.
It does go for at least double that. I wanted that as well because it's a video nasty.
Yeah.
So I had to get it anyway. I thought, well, if I can get that one, I'd rather have the nice one than just the bog standard.
Okay, so my number 9 is When a Stranger Calls. I've still got the J card attached to it. I think this came out, oh God, when would this have come out? About 5 years ago or something?
I think it's longer than that.
Maybe it is. Trying to see on the back, can't see. But yeah, comes in this nice box here. Poster, which I don't know whether it has the original artwork on it. Oh, it does.
Yeah.
The original poster art and then the newly commissioned stuff. Carol Kane. A movie that's, I mean, the first 20 minutes is terrifying.
It is.
Leave me alone! Jill, this is Sergeant Sacker. Listen to me. We've traced the call. It's coming from inside the house.
Rest of the film feels like a bit of a TV movie, I think. It's just kind of a regular sort of detective movie or something after the first 20 minutes.
I love Charles Durning.
Oh, yeah.
The fact he's in it is a huge bonus to me, but the guy who plays the main villain.
Yeah.
He looks the part he's playing to me.
Oh, yeah. Are you a fan of the sequel?
I've only saw the sequel once and I loved it, yeah.
Because I think you do. You get the sequel as an extra on this. When a Stranger Calls Back. So a brand new scan and restoration. The sequel, When a Stranger Calls Back in HD. A new scan and restoration of the original short film, The Sitter, which I guess this was based on.
Yeah, it's like a short of it, like a film shot. I've seen it.
Okay.
Quite good, actually, for a little film.
Cool. And then I think you also get inside... So there's the actual Blu-ray itself. You also get the soundtrack album. So I wonder if the artwork's reversible. Oh, it is. I didn't realize that. Oh, I'm putting that back in. Putting that back in.
That is such a good film, that I love it.
Yeah, I mean, massively. Scream took a lot of influence from this film.
Yeah.
And
I totally get what you mean when you say after the first 20 minutes, it kind of does have that made-for-TV feel about it. But for me, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, like the remake that came out about 20 years ago actually takes the first 20 minutes of the movie and drags it out for the whole 90 minutes. Yeah. And it's not bad. But I think
thought it was a great remake, I loved it.
Yeah. But there's something about the first 20 minutes of this. The first 20 minutes kind of spoiled for me a little bit because I first came to know about this on Terror in the Isles. And they show the majority of that opening scene of this film on Terror in the Isles. So I think we rented the VHS after that. And when you find out it's actually the first 20 minutes, it kind of, your anticipation then goes sort of downhill after that. But it's still an iconic movie, I think. So a really nice package to have.
Cracking film, that.
Yeah. When a Stranger Calls.
For my number 9, I could not sort of separate these. I'm doing it as a 1. And the reason I'm saying I'm doing it as a 1 is because they were both released together anyway. Scanners and The Brood.
Oh, yeah. I do have those, but I haven't put them as part of this.
I haven't watched The Brood yet.
That's great.
I do have The Brood on DVD, and I watched it years ago, and I remember it being as creepy as hell.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I have watched Scanners, and it looks absolutely amazing.
It does. They've done a great job.
The picture on this is fantastic. And this is a nice set as well. The only thing about these is 9 times out of 10 they don't give you the opportunity to have the original artwork. It's always newly commissioned.
Yeah. I love that Guild home video artwork of was it Guild it was on back in the
Scanner. Yes, it was.
Yeah, with that kind of orangey cover with him, looking up and bursting into flames or whatever on the front.
Now, when these released this on Blu-ray, just a standard edition, they used that artwork.
Yeah.
But it was like just more of like a cutout of him on the front. You didn't get like any background or anything. But even so, I just thought it would have been nice. But they put it in a digipack, so you can't really reverse the art. And they did exactly the same with the Brood.
Yeah.
But these art cards and just the book you get in it, it's such a, both of them absolutely stunning releases. I keep going, and I really need to get this one watched.
Oh, it's terrific. The final sort of 20 minutes, I think, is fantastic when Oliver Reed goes into the hospital and all the kids are there and start attacking her through the door.
See, I forgot about all them creepy kids until I saw the artwork, and this I was like, I forgot all about them little fuckers.
Yeah. Listen, I love Oliver Reed as well. During that period, he did some great films like Burnt Offerings, The Brood.
Oh God, that's a cracking film. That
Venom, which I absolutely love. I watched it last week. Such a great 80s movie.
That's got a little bit like an American TV sort of film, or English even.
Yeah.
Made for TV feel about it.
Yeah.
But I had such a great time watching that. I got the Blue Underground Blu-ray.
That's the Blue Underground 4K. Yeah.
That's the 4K with I don't think the Blu-ray ever had a slip, but that obviously does. But yeah, I'd never seen it before.
Oh, I remember it back in the 80s on Thorn EMI and seeing it as a kid. And I haven't seen it since then, and watching it the other day, and I couldn't believe the music in it as well. The score is fantastic. And I think it was Michael Kamen that did the score. I think it was the first score that he ever did. And it feels it's a brilliant score, but it doesn't fit the movie. It's like this big epic opening, this huge score, and then it's about a fucking snake in a house.
And I was like, when I saw that cover in the video shops on Thorny Mine, I remember thinking, you think I'm going to be scared by a film about snakes? I just never bothered watching it.
Yeah.
And then when I started collecting, I don't just buy them all. I've got to fancy them.
Yeah.
But I got these nice Blue Undergrounds with the slips and when you got the soundtrack on that, I found that. I was like, do you know what? It was cheap. I'm gonna give it a go. Like, geez, I wish I'd watched this sooner.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
Good stuff.
But yeah, that's my number 9, Scanners and the Brood, because they were released together, so I can't pick between them. Something's telling me though, I'm going to like the Brood more than I did Scanners, as much as I loved Scanners. That's the most time I've ever enjoyed it when I was watching it on this.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think for me, Scanners just edges it. I think just.
Something's telling me I'm going to go with the Brood.
Okay. Be interesting to see what you think.
I think though the Brood wasn't on the Video Nasties list. Scanners was.
Yeah. Well, the Brood hasn't got the Scanners is quite. There's a lot of blood and gore in Scanners, isn't there? Whereas the Brood isn't quite up to that.
That head scene, the famous scene, it looks absolutely phenomenal when you think of when the film was made. It was in the 70s.
Yeah. I think it was.
I would have thought that was Tom Savini doing that.
All right, we're gonna do it the scanner way. I'm gonna suck your brain dry.
Okay, number 8 is one that I'm guessing you're not going to be a fan of this. I've only seen the film once. I never saw it on the big screen. I saw it on a 4:3 television, which suits this perfectly because I think it's a similar aspect ratio. It was a huge hit in the cinemas, probably for a lot of wrong reasons, because you either love this film or you hate it, and that's the Blair Witch Project. This is an amazing box set that they've put together here. You get so much stuff. So many people have emailed me and asked me where I got it, and do you know if there's any more, because you can't get it anymore. It sold out pretty quickly. and it's worth a fortune online now. It goes 150, 200 quid on eBay.
You're shitting me, aren't you?
Yeah, no, it's worth a fortune.
I wouldn't give you 200 pence.
They had to do a disc replacement for it as well, which I think I've already substituted and put in there. But yeah, so just Blu-ray.
To give you a disc replacement of a totally different film to compensate. I hate it.
Really?
It's an absolute bag of shite. It's terrible.
I'm afraid to watch it again. Because I watched it on a portable TV, not a portable TV, but a 4:3 TV back in about 2000 or something like that on VHS, and the way that it was filmed and the ratio really lent itself to how I was watching it, and it really got to me. It got under my skin, did the film. And I've not watched this yet. I'm really afraid to watch it. I like admiring this box set. I don't want that experience of how it made me feel the first time round to be tainted. So I'm just kind of sitting on it at the moment. But yeah, you get this like a proper fucking novel. Look at this. Huge. Absolutely huge. All-weather backcountry notebook. Don't know what that's about. That's Heather Donahue's name on the top. And then a bunch of art cards, which I won't get out now. But yeah, a really impressive set that's gone up in value a hell of a lot since it was on sale. And they're not going to do another run of them, I don't think. So, Blair Witch Project is my number. What are we on now? 8?
Yeah. Do you know that I knew that was going to be worth that much? If I knew people were that fucking gullible to buy it, I would have bought one as well.
Yeah, they're going for quite an amount at the moment.
I don't get it. I do not get it at all.
Well, I guess it affects people in different ways, doesn't it? It hasn't.
Maybe I should watch it now because now I suffer with insomnia.
Maybe it'll help.
It would probably help.
Yeah. I think it is one of those that really, it's Marmite. You're going to love it or you're going to hate it. And at the time when I saw it and the circumstances that I saw it in, I really loved it. But like I said, I haven't gone back to it since. And I'm kind of afraid to, because I don't want to taint that memory. But a nice thing to own.
You watch it now, you'd probably be on the same side of the fence as me.
Yeah, I'll have sold it this time next week.
Buy it now, 300 quid.
Your number 8, sir.
My number 8, I've watched this once and I bought it without seeing it. And I bought this because of the actual film's theme and what it's about. And my God, what a good film this is. A bit of a weird ending. Censor.
Good film.
So this is actually about somebody who works for the BBFC in the 80s during the whole video nasty era. Yeah. And I was like, how can I not give this a go? And this is a nice set as well. There's a really, really, really good documentary on this as well.
Oh, really? About the film?
Video nasty thing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So disc 1's the Blu-ray of the film. And disc 2 is like extra features. Is anything on there? There's like a main feature. Then there's one called Nasty, which I think is like a little mini film. Then My Nasty Memories, The Making of Censor. And then there's Ban the Status Video, Part 1 and 2.
Oh, as extras?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And just so you get My Own Nasty, The Censor, Penning a Nasty, Nasty Images, I'm Cutting It, Nasty Sounds, Enid's Gaze, whatever that is, BFI Q&A, BBFC Conversation, Deleted Scenes. I've got that Ban the Video now. It's on since this. It's been on quite a few films extras, but this is just such a really good film. I really enjoyed it. You get a nice thick book with it. I mean, that's not a booklet, that's a book.
Yeah.
And it's got like colour images in and some rather nice art cards as well.
That's the thing. When they do these limited editions, like people say, oh, I don't need all that stuff. I was like, it's worth it. The extra 15, 20 quid or whatever you're going to pay, I think. Because there's such nice things to have. And a lot of work and effort has gone into producing this stuff. But also, as I said with Blair Witch, the amount that these gain in value once they go out of print, because sometimes they can make more copies Other times they don't have the rights to be able to make another run. And so, because they may only have them for a limited amount of time. And so, you know, things like we were talking about earlier, Drive, and there's another one that I've been wanting to get.
Yes, no, you've got that.
Upgrade, the film Upgrade, which Second Sight did. You think to yourself, well, if there's a demand for this, why don't they print more? A lot of times they just can't. They've done their run, and that's it. And I think with the Hitcher, which I'll move on to next, which is a stunning box set and one of the best that they've done, my number 7. There was so much anticipation for this, and I think you mentioned last night on a stream that originally they'd said that they could only do it as a Blu-ray because of the issues with getting hold of the original negatives. But they obviously found them and were able to do this amazing 4K release, which I'll try and take as the J card. Really sturdy box that they give you with it. Loads of art cards, too many to kind of go into.
I think that's one of the nicest newly commissioned artworks I think I've seen.
Yeah. The 4K and the Blu-ray of what was one of my favourite movies in the 80s.
Yes,
It's absolutely storming film. If you haven't seen The Hitcher, folks, check it out. Wouldn't necessarily call it a horror, more of a thriller.
Yeah. It does seem to get classed as a horror, but it is more of a thriller.
Yeah. And this book, which is just rammed full, which I haven't even begun to take a look at yet. You could kill someone with this thing. It's got that much weight to it.
It's hardback as well, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And then the screenplay in softback.
Yeah.
There. And there was so much anticipation for this when it came out that I think that Second Sight got a little bit too excited about it and printed so many of them that even a year later it's still on their website in limited edition form, which is a rare thing to happen. They usually all go, don't they, after a certain period of time, sometimes before they've even hit the shelves. But yeah, the Hitcher is still widely available, and you know, I've never seen it come down in price. It is one of the more expensive ones. I think it's around about 50 quid, isn't it? Wasn't it about 50
quid? Yeah.
Yeah, but an amazing box set. It really is, and it looks incredible. It looks absolutely brilliant. And initially, one of the things I learned about, I think it was listening to one of the commentaries on this, was that it wasn't going to be Rutger Hauer that was the Hitcher that played, you know, John Ryder in the film. It was going to be Sam Elliott was the first choice, and he had to pull out. And I love Sam Elliott. I love Sam Elliott.
I do, but nah.
I'm not saying I don't.
I can't imagine it being anybody else now.
I
don't think Sam Elliott would have done it as good.
I don't think he would have done it as good, but I could see him doing it.
Yeah, he's got the look.
Yeah, he's got that rugged look. He's got the voice that can really, you know, he can really turn it on with that voice. But Rutger Hauer. What's going on down Jasper's? I just got that yesterday, actually.
Yeah, and I thought you'd be bigger.
There you go. Just arrived yesterday.
Well, I've got the packaging for the Vinegar Syndrome one, so I need to get the film that I've got it complete.
I think the only difference between, I'm going to do a video on this pretty soon, but the only difference between that and the Vinegar Syndrome, I think it's all pretty much identical, apart from the fact that they've made it Dolby Vision HDR10, which the Vinegar Syndrome one isn't. So there's not much difference, but I don't have the Vinegar Syndrome one. I don't have a slip or anything, so I bought it way after the release, and it just came as a one without a slip. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it with the HDR and everything, and the new artwork and that. You still get the original stuff underneath.
Yeah.
Okay, your number. What are we on now? 8, is it?
This is number 7.
Number 7. Sorry, number 7. That's
well,
right.
My number 7 is.
Hey.
God, do I love this film so much. But I'd never seen the sequel until this come out. Again, when I got this, I didn't know who Second Sight were.
Yeah.
And I missed it. I tried to get this second hand. Can't remember what I paid for it. But I didn't go I think it was probably around about the £30 mark again, but it was going for a lot more.
Yeah.
And it was sealed when I got it as well. Have I changed the artwork over? Yes.
There you go.
I did know about that. I've not played the soundtrack, but I did watch the sequel, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what a film that is as well. I really enjoyed it. I do need to watch the sequel again because I can't remember a great deal about it because I've only watched it once.
She's in it, right?
Yeah.
She is, yeah.
She's not the babysitter. She's the one going out type of thing. I think she's like the mother in it. Is the sequel on a Blu-ray disc or a DVD?
I don't know. I know the sequel was a TV movie.
It's Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
On the same disc.
Yeah, it's an extra on that, isn't it?
I thought it was a TV film there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never thought 2 discs, but one of them's a soundtrack, isn't it? So yeah. It's Blu-ray. But you can tell it is a TV film because it looks. I think it's just the normal square ratio, isn't it?
Yeah.
The TV, but it's got that feel about it. But it's still like edgy of seat stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great film. Good stuff. Good stuff.
In fact, it might actually be the same director as well, if I remember rightly.
Fred Walton.
Yay!
You're right.
I thought it was.
Yeah. Still alive. 76.
Wow.
Okay, my number 6 is High Tension, which, if I remember rightly, is actually a 4K. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was inside that was the Blu-ray. So there we go. Nice little slipcase.
I will get that one day. I've got the standard. I think it's the Blu-ray. I didn't know that was a 4K actually.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Sorry. High Tension's the one I've got the American Blu-ray of. So yeah.
Yeah. So 4K and a Blu-ray. A grubby little picture. A French film that came out in the early 2000s. Alexander Aja was the director. He then went on to do Hills Have Eyes remake, which I think is terrific.
Oh my God, is that the same director?
The same director. Piranha he did as well.
3D?
No, yeah, the first one, the Piranha 3D one.
Wow, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, he did that, and he did Crawl, the alligator film. You see, you're not a big fan of that, are you?
I just thought it was so dull.
And he's doing Crawl 2 at the moment, I believe, as well. So, yeah. But no, one of my favorite horror directors. Watching this for the first time took me back to watching the Nasties in the early, in the early 80s. It is so grubby and grimy, and a bunch of art cards as well there, folks. It is so grubby and grimy, and there's a moment in this film where there's like a home invasion point, and this family are getting killed off by this big serial killer, and there's a sense of I shouldn't be watching this. It feels that you feel like a fly on the wall in that scene. There's this awkward moment whereas I think he gets the owner of the house and rams his head through the rails on a staircase, so his head's locked, and then just slowly takes his head off with a sideboard or something, isn't it? That he pushes along and takes his head off.
It is absolutely brutal.
Yeah. And it's one of those films, again, it's a kind of Marmite movie because the way that it ends, you're either going to buy into it or you're either going to go, what the fuck happened there? And with me, I think
I thought it was very, very clever. I was like, well, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. I think with me, because of, I bought into it just simply because of how I'd not seen a horror film like that for such a long time when I saw this, that I just thought, I'm going with this. It's a bit of a daft ending. It's a bit of a stretch, but I'm going with it because it's just made me feel so uncomfortable watching this. So yeah, and you get this book as well with it, which is amazing. All the different essays and that
I'll definitely be having that.
So yeah, High Tension or Haute Tension, I think it was called in France, and then it was also called Switchblade Romance as well, I think, in the US.
That's right.
Yeah. So
I don't like that title. I think High Tension's the best one.
Yeah, and it is high tension throughout this. So that is my number 6, folks.
She is a right pain in the arse at the beginning.
You don't like
when the invasion's going on, she's like, and you just feel like going, run or go and do something.
Yeah, it's I don't know. To be honest, I don't think I noticed much of that because I was so uncomfortable with everything that was happening in that scene.
Oh, it was tense as hell.
Yeah, yeah, and the music as well, like this kind of industrial noise of in the background. That's really grubby, really grubby.
And do you know what? I thought it was such a great film. Yet, I think if you like that, you're gonna love those other two, Inside.
Yes.
And Frontiers. I think Frontiers was my favourite one, actually, of the three.
Yeah, they did a bunch of them in the French did Martyrs as well. There was a bunch of them
I've
in.
not seen that.
That's tough. That is tough.
Inside is fucking horrific.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Well, because I forgot the bastard. Forgot I had it.
Your number 6.
My number 6. This is just so entertaining. Absolutely love this. All three of them. This is the Ginger Snaps trilogy.
Oh, excellent.
Now, I saw these years ago, and I've only seen them once on DVD. And I remember thinking, like, do you know what? I enjoyed all three of them. And then when this come out, I pre-ordered it. I had to cancel my order because I was skint. And then this was in a sale. I can't remember if it was HMV or Amazon. I was like, oh my God, look at that. It's like, I cancelled this for a reason. My guardian angel was looking out for me. So I got it. Oh, man. They're absolutely brilliant. Have you ever seen them?
Yes. Oh, I've seen the first one. Sorry, I saw the first one in the cinema when it first came out.
The first one's the best one.
Yeah.
The second one's the second best, but I loved all three. This is a really nice set as well. Nice shiny art cards.
Mm-hmm.
Another nice thick paperback.
Do you ever read those?
I always say I'm going to, but I never do. But I would love to. It's just I don't have the patience. But I really should start because you think, well, you're paying the extra for these. It seems silly to pay the extra and use them as an ornament, so I really should start and read them.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you get this lovely digipack.
Mm-hmm.
And you get each film on its own disc.
Very nice.
And there's not a bad film in the trilogy. The third one, it's kind of it goes not back in time, but it's set. I think it's the 1800s or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it kind of does a bit of a Back to the Future Part 3 and goes back. It's the same actors. It's these two.
So it's like an origins film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the one who plays the young Beverly Marsh in the original Stephen King's It.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
When it was the kids, she was the kid who played Beverly Marsh. She's fantastic in them. And that, I can't remember her, but she's been in loads of stuff. She's in Freddy vs. Jason.
Is it Catherine Isabel?
Yes.
And
the other one is...
it is. Catherine Isabel.
And the other one's called... She's not called Beverly Marsh. That's her name in it. What do they call her? What's her actress's name?
Emily Perkins?
That's it. Emily Perkins. So, yeah. The Ginger Snaps trilogy. But what you get in it as well, 3 films all on Blu-ray, separate discs. It's a really, really nice set.
Excellent. Excellent. That's one I've never thought about getting, actually. I've seen it around a few times, but I've only seen the first film. And I enjoyed the first film, but I guess, maybe I should look into the other 2 as well. I heard it's kind of like diminishing returns, isn't it? They're not as, the first one's the best, then the second one, then the third. Yeah.
But to be honest, it's not like massive leaps, miles apart as they go on. They're all decent films. And if anybody's thinking what's Ginger Snaps about, it's basically werewolf films.
Yeah.
But they're so different, quite gory as well, violent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember the first one.
If you like the first one, I would go for it because the other 2 are excellent as well.
Cool.
It is brutal.
It is brutal.
Absolutely brutal.
Womb Raider, a new interview with cinematographer Lauren Barres, but he is essentially Michael Myers without a mask.
I tell you what, Gene Simmons, he's actually really good as a baddie. If we've got the same number 2 here, then we've
Give
got
you
the same number 1.
a little peek.